and we have serious concerns about the physical and mental health effects of the current protocols promoted for the care of children and adolescents in the United States who express discomfort with their biological sex. This declaration was authored by the American College of Pediatricians, but really it was developed from the expertise of hundreds of doctors, researchers, and other healthcare workers and leaders who, for years, have been sounding the alarm on the harmful protocols that continue to be promoted by the medical organizations in the United States. Despite recent revelations from the leaked WPATH files and the recent release of the final report from the CAST review, these medical organizations have not changed course. So we are calling on these medical organizations of the United States, including the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Endocrine Society, the Pediatric Endocrine Society, the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association, and the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry to follow the science and their European colleagues and immediately stop the promotion of social affirmation, puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgeries for children and adolescents who experience distress over their biological sex.
So this is an important video, and please share this with as many people as you can related to this issue. There is not a consensus in the medical association, so it's being totally promoted in psychology and in a lot of there are different medical organizations that are promoting the gender affirming care. Is that if somebody is uncomfortable in their biological sex that they were born in, then you must be in the wrong body. So you're a man trapped in a woman's body, you're a woman trapped in a man's body, and the gender affirming care means that you immediately need to start going in the direction of puberty blockers, and we're going to get you towards transition surgery and stuff like that. And so this is a doctor from the American College of Pediatrics, pediatricians. So basically saying, hey, there is not a consensus, and look at the data of the colleagues and people that are in countries that have affirmed this stuff for years, and they've reversed. The European countries that have affirmed this stuff for years are reversing it because they're like, it's not helping solve the problem of these people. They get to the end of this transition and they're not happy. They're trying to detransition, or it wasn't what they signed up for. They still have problems. They have mental things going on, and then they self-delete themselves. So it's not a good thing that that medical organizations, because of agendas, are promoting something against what we can learn from people that are further down the road that have gone down this road. Did it produce good results or did it produce bad results? The data is from other countries. It's produced bad results. That's why they're reversing it now. We are just going down this road the last 10 years. And so we're not learning from people that have gone down this road. So the College of Pediatricians are standing up in this statement saying, look, this is wrong. We cannot support what is happening and what's being promoted by certain medical organizations in the United States. It's harmful. And so this is such good information, kind of dispelling the idea, because that's this kind of information is going to be suppressed. It's not going to be widely promoted. Why? Because it doesn't fit the agenda of the people that want to promote certain agendas. And so if you say something, if you're a doctor and you say something promoting that agenda, then it'll be promoted. If you're a doctor and you're saying something against that agenda, then it's going to be suppressed. Maybe even labeled as disinformation. Let's continue this here.
In our declaration, we affirm that sex is a dimorphic, innate trait defined in relation to an organism's biological role in reproduction, male and female. This genetic signature is present in every nucleated somatic cell in the body and is not altered by drugs or surgical interventions. Consideration of these innate differences is critical to the practice of good medicine and to the development of sound policy for children and adults alike. Medical decision-making should be based upon an individual's biological sex. It should respect biological reality and the dignity of the person by compassionately addressing the whole person. We are here defying the claims made by these medical organizations in the US that those of us who are concerned are a minority and that their protocols are consensus. They are not consensus, and we are speaking in a loud, unified voice. Enough.
Nice. And did you see what she was saying? There's two sexes. So it is male and female. And then she was also said that we have to make decisions medically and also related to respect of even children and also adults. So that's talking about stop with the promotion of stop with the promotion of the puberty blockers and affirming care and stuff like that. That agenda, stop with that. And then also, as she indicated, as you make things for adults as well. So that would go all the way. There are differences. It's male and female, and just trying to do something different with a few hormones doesn't change that you're male or female. So that would also apply related to sports. So there are male and female differences. You're not going to have the same ability. Women are not going to have the same ability to enter men's sports and dominate men. You see it the other way, though. You see people that are men, born men, trying to go in, and they're good athletes. They're not top of the rung athletes in the men's category, but they can go and dominate over against women because they're bigger, stronger. They've got bigger hearts. They've got, as far as the physical hearts, not their, heart desire to compete, but bigger heart, bigger lungs, bigger mass structure, bone structure, muscle structure. So you see that crossover hurting people, taking away women's opportunities because men are infiltrating women's sports where they were mediocre athletes, good athletes still. They were mediocre related to the men's competing against other men. They go over and all of a sudden they're breaking all these records in the women's side. Why? Because you're a man. You don't see the WNBA taking some of their teams and going and playing any of the male teams. Why? If there's no difference, why do we have separate? Why don't we take all of the teams, WNBA, and then put them in the NBA and just do away with the WNBA? Just call if they're the same. The WNBA promotes that. What's that? Brittany Griner. I'll make a video on her. She totally irritates me. Talking down to men. That's all the women can do when they all they can do is just act like they can talk down to men because they know and we know that the reality is that they can't back it up. She's saying that she can go and beat any of these guys in the NBA. Okay, it's just nonsense. It's just talk. It's just rhetoric. It's just nonsense coming out of their mouth because they know that they can't actually physically back that up. The men know it, the women know it, but they're promoting that agenda because that's a popular agenda in the culture right now. It is just a cultural contagion that needs to stop. And part of this video right here is showing that the medical community is not in consensus. They're calling it straight, saying there's only two sexes. It's dimorphic. You're either male or female, period. Whatever you were born as, that's what you need to stay as. And then if there's problems with that, maybe they're calling on the psychological community as well, is to let's help people deal with stuff that they're dealing with instead of just affirming ideas or confusion in their mind and saying that that's actually the reality of what needs to happen. If you've got any other comments on that, please engage in the comments. Please share, like, and subscribe. We got to keep improving together. This Life Coach Rich. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.